Hello guys! Today I wanted to do a video sharing some of the things that I'm passionate about, which is makeup. My nursing brow is totally showing. I have wet hair and my nursing brow is going to pop out. That's just the name of the game here. Anyway, one of the things I'm passionate about is makeup, and specifically teaching girls, women, anyone how to do their makeup when they don't know how to do it, but they really want to know. So I'm going to share a couple tips and tricks today. For some of them are tips to make things faster, some are tips just to make your makeup look better, or just how to do it at all. My very first thing is use a beauty sponge. If you, for some reason, don't watch YouTube or have kind of been living under a rock, this is how you apply your foundation. You can apply certain foundations with your hands, but it's just really not the best method. It will accentuate dry patches. If you have any wrinkles, make them look worse, and it will also look streaky. So this just really, pushes things into the skin. And the most important thing about a beauty sponge, okay, you need to be dampening your beauty sponge, okay? Run it under water, give it a couple squeezes, and then put it in a towel and squeeze out all the excess water. And so you have a very squishy sponge. This sponge is from Flower Beauty. This one's dirty, but this is a Real Techniques sponge. They are both, you can find both of them at Walmart. I take my beauty sponge and just in pouncing motions apply the foundation. Tear you out for purple. Let your emotion waterfall on me. Open up. Open up. I don't know if you can see. You probably can't because I'm, using my phone. But my foundation just looks so natural. It looks like a part of my skin, and that's what beauty sponges do. Okay, so I have my foundation and my concealer and a little bit of cream bronzer on. And what I'm going to do now is set my face with powder. So you should be setting your face with powder. Even if you have the dry as desert skin, you should at least be setting, the areas of your face where your makeup will break down first. Just get some powder. I have some powder in this lid, as you can see. I'm gonna get this other sponge because this one doesn't quite work for this. And I'm going to press the sponge into the powder, and then I'm going to press it into my face. I'm going to put it underneath my eyes, on my eyelids. I'm going to put it on my nose. My nose is notorious for my makeup completely just coming off. This will also make your makeup last a lot longer throughout the day. If you're going to a special event or something and you want your makeup to really, really last, what you'll do is get tons of powder on this sponge, and you're going to press it so you have a bunch of extra powder just sitting on your face. And you're going to leave it there for like 5 minutes, and then get a little brush and brush it away. And leaving it there will bake it. It's called baking. And it basically just bakes your foundation onto your skin, and so it lasts as long as you want it to. Okay, so now I'm going to get a little brush and set the rest of the face. So the areas, which is pretty much my T-zone, that my makeup leaves first, I pressed the powder in with a sponge. Then for the rest of the face, I'm just going to very lightly apply some powder with this brush here. And you want to pat your powder in instead of swirling, because otherwise you're just going to move around product that you just put on your face. And that's just upsetting, If you really need swirling motions, like you want to make sure you don't have any excess powder on your face, that's when you can kind of, do this kind of thing. But you just want to make sure that you're patting before you're swiping. So this is a bronzer. This is Park Avenue Princess by Tarte. And I like to kind of contour with this. And by contour, I mean very loosely contour. I just like to bronze up my skin a bit more because I'm very, very pale. So I'm going to take this like really fluffy brush, but it has a nice corner to it. And you can see I've hit major pan in here. I need to get a new one. But I'm just going to swirl it in here, tap off the excess, and I'm going to contour with it. And you don't have to contour. You can just bronze, you know. Bronzer is really good to put dimension back into your face. So when you put makeup on and you kind of get rid of all of the natural shadows and contours of your face, it can make you look very flat and like one-dimensional. So that is why you want to bronze or contour or whatever. Okay, so I'm also going to bring this bronzer down my neck. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but my face and my chest are the same color, but my neck is super white. It just never sees the sun, so to match those up, I put bronzer. Can you see how that makes it match a lot better? Look at the difference. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so yeah, if you're like me and you're pale, you really want to make sure that everything is cohesive here. So my tip with this to make your makeup faster is you can use bronzer, you can use blush, you can use highlight for other areas of your face. So I'm going to take the same exact bronzer that I used on my face, and I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush, just swirl it in there, tap it off, and I'm going to use it as eyeshadow. This makes your makeup faster because you're just using one product. You can go straight from doing your bronzer to doing your eyeshadow, and it can be really fast. If you're going for a natural makeup look, you might as well just, you know, do one color and be done with it. Okay, so now I'm going to share a blush trick with you. So I feel like growing up, if you ever just sat and watched your mom do makeup, you would see her apply her blush, she'd smile, and she'd apply it on the apples of her cheeks. There's totally a hair in my brush. That's been just how you're supposed to do it for years and years. Now, I want you to look at something. So if you smile and you apply your blush right here, look at that. Smile, put it down. Why would you apply blush right here? Why would you want it this low? Your cheeks are not right here, they're up here. So you actually do not want to smile and then apply blush, because then when you are a serious face or your arrested face, your blush is going to be down here, and that brings your whole face down and makes you look older. Nobody wants that. Who has time for that? Nobody. So I just, you know, put it where I want it. Right here. Where I want my blush. I like to bring my blush back and kind of blend it into my bronzer, but you don't have to do that. Another little snippet is I like to put blush on the bridge of my nose. It makes you look younger, because when you naturally blush, you know, usually you blush here, kind of a little bit on the forehead and the chin. Okay, so next tip is actually an eyebrow tip for you. Maybe you already do fill in your brows and you just want a faster way to do it. I just figured out yesterday and I absolutely love it. So this trick is more for people who already have hair. So you can see I have quite a lot of hair on my eyebrows. I feel very blessed in that. But my eyebrows are just a very light mouse gray, and my hair is dark brown and blonde, and so I like them to be darker, so I like to fill them in. So I'm going to get this brow pomade here, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scoop a little bit out with this little thing that they provided here, this little brush, and this is a spoolie here. I'm going to apply the product to the spoolie like this. Okay, then I'm gonna just brush it into my eyebrow. Do you see that? And it fills it in a very natural way. It doesn't make it too harsh or anything. I absolutely love it. So then that front is filled in so fast. It usually takes me forever to do that. So then I just get the littlest bit more, just because I like this tail to be a little more defined, and I just define the tail. Boom. You see how fast that was? My very last tip for you, which this is more for, you know, the people that don't really know about makeup, hasn't ever really tried it, you know, doesn't watch YouTube or anything, is setting spray. Setting spray, setting spray, setting spray. Like, communication, setting spray. This is so, so important. I can't even tell you how important it is. This is gonna lock your makeup in place. We used a lot of powder when we just did our makeup, and it, you know, it can make your face look very ashy, very powdery. This is gonna fix that. It will blend everything together, and it will make your makeup last so much longer. You would just not even believe how long it makes your makeup last. So really any setting spray will do. You know, always do your research. I guess that can even be another tip in the midst of this tip, is always do your research on products before you buy them. Look up reviews, see what people say. Don't just blindly buy makeup because you never know if it sucks. So anyways, I really like this Maybelline one, and it's in a pink bottle. Like, what is better than that? And I'm gonna drench, okay, drench my face in this setting spray. So you're gonna hold it out far, close your eyes, and go. So you can totally see. Do you see how wet my face is right now? That's how wet you want your face to be, okay? And then I do have a fan, like a, you know, flip out fan, but I don't have it down here. And then I will show you what my makeup looks like close up in a second. Alright, so this is what the makeup looks like close up. I don't know if you can see, it looks very natural, it looks very glowy, it doesn't look over the top, or at least I think so. So I hope that those tips helped you on your makeup journey. And if you want to see anything else from me, let me know. Subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. Ain't no thing. And I will see you in my next video.